The following is brought to you by Amity Innovations. Whether you're building a new home or remodeling, call the green builders you can trust at 832-331-3580. Amity Innovations, where we create the difference.
You're listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
What smells so bad?
It's strong, but you'll get used to it. Now, here are your hosts, Nick Stevenson and Naomi Richardson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Whatever time of day it is, wherever you may be listening in the world, welcome to episode 41 of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. Coming to you from the Stephen Terry Pest Elimination Studio in Deer Park, Texas. I am Nick Stevenson. The queen of podcasting, Naomi Richardson, is in the house. And my man Josh is finally sitting at the table. Woo! Chris Kahn is behind the ones and twos. What it do, baby?
Yeah.
And the man of the hour, you know who it is. The owner of this studio, the studio that Stephen Terry built, not Josh Beard. Stephen Terry's in the building just for today. And I remembered to tell everybody what studio it was. Stephen Terry, what's going on, my man? Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Man, I'm Stephen Terry could have been on the finale of last season where we did a superfan contest, and he might have beat Josh Beard. I'm not sure.
Probably.
It's possible.
Because someone wrote the hardest questions I've ever seen on the trivia.
I forgot to ask Stephen how he did on that competition. Did you know any of the answers to the questions?
I knew a couple. I think I would have. I'd have competed for the championship.
Yeah. I think you're probably a one listen, and you probably don't listen multiple times, do you?
Some of them I do because
Yeah.
I go back and listen because there's some funny stuff.
Yeah, we got good stuff going on. Well, we appreciate it, man. We really appreciate your support, and I'm so happy that you're finally sitting at this table. This has kind of been in the making for a while now, and one of the reasons you wanted to come on is you're a man of many hats, but Mr. Stephen Terry is actually running for Pasadena City Council.
Yep.
And the election is May 1st, so it's coming up. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll be about a week away.
Absolutely. Today was actually the first day for early voting. Mm-hmm. So,
how you feeling, man? You feeling confident?
I'm feeling pretty good. I had 3 people come into the shop today. 2 of them said that they wanted to come in and say, "Hey, we voted for you. Good luck." And then had a customer come in to buy some stuff, and as he was walking out the door, said that his day off is Friday. He's going to go vote for me on Friday.
That's what's up, man.
My
That is very
father-in-law
awesome.
voted for you today.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that? Well, man, you're a very well-established man in the community. I think people know who you are. They see your badass rap trucks driving around all over town, man. And I'm happy for you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm rooting for you. If I lived in Pasadena, you know, you'd have my vote.
Absolutely.
So, but we're so glad that you're here, man. We're gonna have a good time. Now, today we're gonna be doing a little bit of a different wheel of spirit. You guys know that we normally don't talk politics on this show, right, Con?
Yeah. It's only for 2 or 3 minutes each episode. But other than that, no,
like
we
I
never
said,
talk politics.
We dip our toe in the pool a little bit. But today it's a special occasion because my man Stephen Terry is going for this city council position. And so we want to let the people know what Stephen Terry's into, man. So we put a couple of subjects on this wheel. I didn't put anything. Hopefully there's nothing you don't want to get. I was going to put legalization of marijuana on there. I don't know if you want to get into that. We can.
You maybe should have got this pre-approved before we started this episode.
I told him what was going to be on the wheel. There's nothing on here. I put the important things twice. We got some small business. Some.
Oh, yeah.
Should we
some
avoid the
education.
red, the blue, or the yellow?
We let the
Any
wheel
colors?
decide.
Yeah.
We let the wheel decide. That's how this works, man.
All right. My fate is in your hands.
All right, man. No, man, we're going to get you. And we even made a very special political ad for you that we don't have your stamp of approval on yet, but I hope you will. But we're going to get into that later. For now, let's get into headlines.
Headlines.
Joe Buck, our favorite announcer ever, will be a Jeopardy guest host. According to a new report, the Fox newscaster will reportedly take over emceeing the iconic game show for a number of episodes this summer. Since Jeopardy lost its beloved host Alex Trebek in November 2020 after a long battle with pancreatic cancer, a number of individuals have rotated hosting duties for a 2-week period. super duper not watching those episodes.
Nope.
You messed up. Harris County Precinct 4 constables are investigating a fatal single vehicle crash involving a self-driving Tesla in the Woodlands. Uh-oh. Firefighters used more than 23 gallons of water over the course of 4 hours trying to put the fire out because of Tesla's
An
high
electric
energy.
fire?
Yeah.
They used water?
Yeah, see, look.
Probably why.
Tesla's high energy battery kept reigniting. Oh.
The fuck?
Stupid.
Yeah, super, super dumb. According to Tesla CEO Elon Musk, data logs received so far show autopilot was not enabled for the car, so yeah, it was just them crashing into a tree.
Sounds like a conspiracy to
It was
me.
just a dumbass driver, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I heard there was no driver, so
Yeah. They opened up the door, nobody was there. Conspiracy.
After a day of closing arguments, jury deliberations began this afternoon. And former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's trial in the death of George Floyd. During the trial, prosecutors called 38 witnesses to testify, including police use of force experts who criticized Chauvin and medical experts who explained how Floyd died. The defense called 7 witnesses of its own, but not Chauvin himself, as he invoked his Fifth Right Amendment not to testify.
I play the fifth.
I plead the
fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
And my personal favorite headline today, a herd of elephants trampled a suspected poacher to death while he tried to flee from South African park rangers.
Got him.
Yes.
Karma.
Yes. See, they're smart, man. They're smart. They know what's up. The encounter happened April 17th after 3 people ran from the rangers in Kruger National Park, one of Africa's largest game preserves. The rangers captured one of the suspects who said another 3 had run into the herd, and they're not sure if anyone else escaped. Second person was found trampled to death and unfortunately succumbed to his injuries, rangers said. I'm sure they were laughing about that one.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, womp.
Womp, 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 womp.
And as mentioned, early voting has started in your local communities, including Deer Park, LaPorte, and Pasadena here in Texas.
Yes, it has.
Educate
Yeehaw.
yourselves on the propositions and the candidates and go cast your vote.
please.
Please. Pretty please.
There we go.
In conclusion, the Rockets still suck, the Texans still suck, the Cowboys will always suck, and the Astros are still the 2017 World Champions.
Woo. Yes. Thank you so much, Naomi. Now, I got to tell people, I look forward to the time where we can tell you that the Rockets are great, and the Texans are great, and the Cowboys still suck, and the Astros are the 2021 World Series champions. Like, I'm looking forward to that time. I don't want y'all to
Me
hate
too.
on us.
Me too.
But that's great. Can we say that Jeopardy bigger than Alex Trebek was?
Alex
Should
Trebek
Jeopardy have
was
gone
Jeopardy.
away?
Yes.
I
I
feel
think it
like
should've gone
Jeopardy
away.
should have gone away.
I think
with
it should
Alex
have
Trebek.
Well,
gone away with
but
him.
same thing with Bob Barker and the
Price
Yeah.
is Right.
Drew
Thank you.
Carey.
Drew
I,
Carey.
Yeah.
I like Drew Carey,
Drew
but
Carey's
I
done
like
well.
Drew Carey on Drew Carey show. I didn't
Right.
like.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
I
Drew
mean,
Carey.
Bob Barker, man, he was the best with the little microphone.
Yeah,
the little-
man.
And he got to
That
kiss
little
all
bitty
the girls.
The price is wrong, Bob.
I love that show.
Okay. I haven't paid attention in a few hours. Do we have a verdict on the Chauvin thing yet? I know they're probably. I think they're deliberating right now.
I
right?
think
think they're
so.
deliberating.
Right now, it's
Okay.
in the jury's
By
hands.
the time this comes out, there probably will be a verdict.
Yep,
So that'll
we'll
have
see
to
what
wait till next show.
happens.
And then
There may or may not be a next show depending on the verdict.
there will be a next show. And yeah, you guys go out and cast your votes, especially for Steve and Terry.
Woo!
Should we do the ad now?
Oh, I think
It's a
we
good
should.
time. It's
We
a good
should
time.
definitely do the ad
Let's
now.
do the ad now because you guys have just, you're going to hear what Steve and Terry's case is. And we want to know, we made a special ad for him and we want to see if he approves of this message. And let's, you got it queued up over there, ones and twos?
Sure do.
All right, go ahead and give us a mute and then play that ad for Steven.
Okay.
Stephen Terry, a man of integrity, a husband, a father, an entrepreneur, a murderer. I mean of mosquitoes and bugs. Stephen Terry would hurt a fly, but he won't hurt you, Pasadena. Stephen Terry spells his name with a PH, so you know he can be trusted, unlike those Stevens with a V. Stephen Terry promised his competition that he'd play nice, so he will absolutely not mention that she hates puppies and thinks kittens are ugly. He definitely refuses to tell you that she hangs her toilet paper with the roll inside instead of out. Stephen Terry makes one promise to you, Pasadena. All the Pasadena high school football teams are going to be awesome. I'm sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face. Just know that whether they win or lose by 50, Stephen Terry will be sitting on the Deer Park High School side pretending he's not from Pasadena. Wait, no, that's not right. Stephen Terry for Pasadena City Council. Because let's face it, we don't even know the other lady's name. I'm not Stephen Terry, and he probably doesn't approve this message. But get your ass out there and vote for him anyway. Hell motherfucking yeah, man.
Gold.
So if you approve, that's all we need, because we're definitely going to change
You got
that.
my vote.
I'm Stephen Terry, and I approve this message.
I'm Stephen Terry, and I approve this message.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I love puppies.
All right, man. That's what's up. Man, I made that on the fly. I was really hoping you'd
Hey,
dig it.
that was actually really good.
I liked it,
Appreciate
yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so you guys, if you're in Pasadena, y'all get out there and vote.
You got
All
a
right.
lucrative career in political ads.
You know what? People have told me you should do some voiceover work. This is
You
my
definitely
practice.
should. I've been telling you that for like the last 2 years.
This is
you
my
do
practice.
You got to get
This
on
is
that
my practice.
Fiverr.
For real, for real. All righty. That was excellent, Naomi. Thank you so much. And we did the headlines and we didn't pass up the music. I'm telling you, we're getting better. We're doing this. We're doing the damn thing. All right, before we get into our main topic, let's hear a Stephen Terry Pest Elimination ad. Hey guys, Nick Stevenson here. Thanks for listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. Before we get back to it, I want to tell you about my buddy Stephen Terry at Stephen Terry Pest Elimination. Now I know what you're thinking. Not another pest control business. The real pest is that guy who's always knocking on my door, leaving door hangers, and calling at the worst times of day. Not Stephen Terry. Stephen Terry lets his work and his customer service speak for itself. Word of mouth from customers that he has personally helped, and I am one of them. Stephen Terry is always the first person I call. Whether it was the time he treated my house for ants, I haven't seen an ant around here in so long, I forgot what they look like. What's an ant? I don't know. Stephen Terry got rid of them all. Or how about the time he helped my son get rid of the pesky possums that were eating our garbage? Stephen Terry caught them and released them back into their natural habitat, and most importantly, out of my natural habitat. If you're in the Southeast Houston area, that's Leak City, Webster, Clear Lake, all the way up to Pasadena, Deer Park, and LaPorte, you've got to give Stephen Terry a call. Right now through November, Stephen Terry is offering a monthly mosquito treatment. Guys, summer is right around the corner. Do you want to be having a barbecue or a crawfish boil with the kids playing in the backyard or in the pool getting eaten alive by mosquitoes? Of course you don't. So give Stephen Terry a call at 713-477-0047. Tell him you heard about him on the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast, and he will give you half off your first month's mosquito treatment. That's 713-477-0047. Stephen Terry Pest Elimination. If it's scary, call Stephen Terry. Alrighty then. If it's scary, call Stephen Terry. Now, with all this shit he's got on his plate, I have no idea how in the hell he's going to come kill all your mosquitoes, but that's why he's the man of the hour. So, Stephen, what we're going to do, you've heard Wheel of Spirit before. You're familiar with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit different this time. But before we get to spinning the wheel, let me just ask you, because hopefully you won't answer too many questions that are on the wheel, but why? Why run for city council, man?
Man, honestly, that's probably been the question I've been asked the most. And really, it boils down to just a couple of things. I'm crazy. And in our district, in the area that I live in, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. A lot of sidewalks and potholes, and I know that's all cliche things to say about when you're running for politics. I'm gonna fix the roads. I'm gonna fix the sidewalks. Right. But in our actuality, we really need that crap.
Yeah, for sure.
So we had some stuff that needed to get done, and I had reached out, tried to get some things done with my city councilman that was already in office, and I was not able to talk to him. I reached out to the city, and I was actually able to get something fixed on our street that was really, really needing to be fixed because it was bad. Yeah. And then people in the neighborhood were saying, "Hey man, who do you know? You know what's up?" You know, I was like, "I don't know anybody, man." Yeah. And they said, "Well, then you should be city councilman." I said, "Ding." Yeah, right. You know. Then I was like, "All right, screw it, man. If I could do this as Joe Blow citizen, what can I do if I get elected? So
Yeah, for sure.
I said
That's great. Yeah.
I threw my name in the hat. And now we're rocking and rolling.
It's a good thing they didn't say like you should be Batman, because you would have been like, yeah, I should be Batman. So
Superman.
Yeah, or Superman, whichever is your preference. So I'm gonna give the people a little bit of a bio for you, and I told you I was not gonna make you introduce yourself. So you were born and raised in Pasadena.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you've been.
I'm sorry.
Josh.
Come on now. Born and raised. He's here to clean it up, man. That's what we're here for. All right, born and raised in Pasadena. You are wife to Shanda.
Shanda.
To Shanda.
No,
and you
I'm husband to Shanda.
I'm sorry. You are husband. Let's do that over again. You are a husband to Shanda. Your wife is Shanda.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
She's amazing. Thank you, baby.
All right,
great.
and you have sons Tyler, who is 25, Ethan is 18, and Ian is 13, and one baby girl,
One.
17. Ugh. What's she, a senior now?
She's a junior.
Junior? Okay. Man, I have a 15-year-old, man, so we bond there. But you're established in the community, not just the Pasadena area, but you're well known in Deer Park, and you've been doing pest elimination or pest control for over 30 years from the time you were 13.
Yes, sir.
So you're a hard worker. From the time you were 13, you put your hands to good use, man. And that's a family thing, because your brother, Daniel, we met him not that long ago. He's an entrepreneur, so you guys have that spirit in your blood.
Yes, sir.
And that's a beautiful thing. So I think that is already established, that you work hard and you got something done in your neighborhood like you saw, and people notice that. That's what people are going to want out of their city councilman, is not somebody who's just going to get elected and then go chill in the office and collect that check. You know?
Someone real and genuine, and
Absolutely.
That's this guy.
And absolutely.
I
So
don't even understand why people would do it if they didn't want to do something.
Yeah.
Like, just seems to be a very combative position for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand that. So I really think that with what I've got going on, how I've learned to grow my business, to work with people in the community to get things done, I think that's the type of attitude that I need to have, and more councilmen or councilwomen
right.
need to have.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Beautifully stated. Well, let's get to this wheel, man, and spin it and talk about some topics. Let's just see where you stand on it and what you plan on doing for the city of Pasadena. You're the guest, man. I'm going to let you spin that wheel. Now, spin it like you're on The Price is Right.
You want
Don't
me to
give
spin it?
Yeah, you're going to spin it.
Oh, man.
One full rotation.
One full rotation.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's kind of weak sauce, man.
Well,
What you trying to... I control the wheel, so I can give you what you want. What we got?
edumacation.
Okay. Have you thought a lot about what you would do other than, make the football teams awesome?
Oh, man. Man, honestly, so it's a weird deal here. So where I actually live is Pasadena city limits, but it's Deer Park
ISD. Right.
So, I don't know. That's
So
weird.
you don't have an experience with Pasadena ISD right now?
Not since I've been out of school. I was Pasadena ISD all the way through.
Okay.
From elementary, graduated
Okay.
high school.
Now, you might be giving me a little bit of education here, because how much is education really going to be in your job description as a city councilman?
To be honest with you, I don't know, and I don't think it's a whole lot, because there is a school board.
There's a school board,
and
exactly.
a lot of them are being elected. I don't know if it's all of them or most of them, but there's some people running for the school board right now.
Well, let's do this then. In a perfect world where you have the ability to affect all of that, like, what do you feel like you would want teachers, the education system to look like for not just kids in Pasadena, but all over the country? Like, what are some of the issues in education that you feel like could use fixing?
Well, to be completely honest, I think that teachers are underpaid. I think that, if you want to, teachers have a probably as much of an impact on your children as anybody else, even for some people more than the parents.
Yeah.
So why would you not want to pay them more to attract top level talent, and not I'm not saying that the teachers that are there now are not top level,
Right.
but if you were able to pay them more, you would actually really be out there competing with other professions to get top level talent, people that actually care about your children.
Yeah.
And to be able to put that back into the system is important.
Absolutely. I'm not going to call out any one specific ISD, but teachers should not have to pay for their school supplies.
100%.
Yeah.
Teachers should not have to use their own money to be able to educate the kids. And me personally, I've never seen an ISD budget, but I do see things that some of the ISDs put their money on, and it makes me think like, surely you didn't need to put $9,000 water fountains in your school. Like, surely that money could have gone elsewhere. Or, you know, you see some ISDs, they spend a lot of money on renewing vehicles like every year, and maybe do it every 5 years and take that money and put it towards the teacher. So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I think of everything, I think you would get more teachers who aren't stressed out to the level of they're having to think about bills. Some of them are working other jobs.
Yes.
And they're able to focus on their job.
That's crazy. I know some teachers that leave the school and they go to work second jobs. And if those teachers could be at home working on their curriculums and enriching their students, and what a difference that would make, so
Yeah.
that they don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
And plus their pensions, their retirement, all of
Yes.
that, you would...
teachers deserve
sitting
more.
here at this desk, it may be easy to say. Like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs of a school budget and of a city budget, but it just seems like that would be a priority to me. And I just started watching Breaking Bad again, and I was like, man, if only Walter White had a good pension, this show wouldn't exist.
That's true.
It's true. We want to keep our teachers from selling meth. Come on
Where are
now.
our chemistry teachers at?
For real, for real, for real. Okay. Well, like I said, I wasn't sure that was going to be a whole lot that you were going to have to do with education, but it's good just to let people know where you stand. So let's go ahead and give that wheel another spin. See what we got.
All right, here we go. Big money, no whammies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What you got?
What should change? What?
What should
In
change
politics.
in
Change
politics?
in
Forget my
politics.
left-handed chicken scratch.
All right. Honestly, what I think should change in politics is, oh man, that's a really good question.
That's a loaded question.
Loaded.
It really is, because there's a lot of old ideology, I guess you would say.
I agree.
And so there's, we need more young people to get involved into the communities. And not saying that old people don't, or older people, older generation don't have an idea of what's going on, but I don't think they necessarily understand what, social media does
Right.
for the communities. There's just so many different aspects of what's going on in just society, period, that I don't feel like
Right.
the older generations understand what's going on.
So
Yeah.
you don't think they're going to get it from a newspaper?
They have newspapers?
But to be honest, let's keep it real. Also, they are less likely to be present to see the effects of whatever policies are put in place. Like, we're talking about our future, our kids' future. So I agree with that 100%. And there is some old ideology.
Well, think about last year. How many of those people actually got involved with what was going on last year? Because most of everything went digital. And if anybody didn't know how to use any of that, all of last year was a blur to them. They had
Right.
no idea what really went on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think about also the fact that, I just lost my thought. Hold on. Somebody talking, it'll come back to me.
Well, while you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't, so I'm going to say something, I might be crossing some lines or whatever.
No.
I side very conservative.
Yes.
And I don't think that most people would look at conservatives as, the cool, the hip people, that's more probably geared towards the left.
Yeah.
And so there needs to be, new, fresh people out there for both sides, because there's
I agree.
just so much
Too much old heads.
fighting. And just just the fighting and the name calling and the canceling and all those things should not happen from either side.
That's why I was really glad to hear that you said you and your opponent, y'all had a handshake agreement.
absolutely.
Like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. So we at a HOA meeting in our district, I was talking to the people, kissing babies and shaking hands,
Right.
and all that good stuff. And she waited, and I honestly thought she was waiting to talk to somebody that I was talking to,
Yeah.
but she wasn't. And so after I finished talking, she comes up to me and introduced herself. And she's honestly, if I was going to be completely honest, I was impressed with her knowledge of things in the city already.
Right.
So she's been a council person already. So she does have some ideas of things that are going on in the city. So I was really impressed with that. And she asked me, why did you decide to run? What kind of, what do you believe in? Just kind of some basic questions.
Yeah.
And we talked for a while. And then I told her, I said that I didn't know that much about her as a person, or even really any of the policies or anything that she's tried to get passed or anything like that.
Yeah.
But for me, as the person that I am, I believe that if I can't think of good things to say about myself, and there's a lot, then I don't have any business saying negative things about her.
Right.
And so that's kind of where I told her, I said, I would not, I'm not going to sling mud or call names and things like that. I'm going to just go out there and tell you what I'm going to do or try to do. And, we can base it on those things and not, who's the best.
Sell yourself rather
keeping
than
it clean
rather
race.
than trash her. That's good. That's good. Other than the one political ad, but I'm sure your opponent loves puppies and,
No, she
and
don't.
thinks
We're gonna
Yeah,
make a
man.
video for that. You know that, right?
Oh, we have
like,
to.
like some sweeping shots of him and everything.
I like that
We gotta
idea.
Do that.
I like that idea.
American flag with a bald eagle lands on his shoulder.
But yeah, man, that's you made a very good point, and I think about I try to stay politically neutral, but I think most people on the outside in would probably say I'm more left leaning. I don't consider myself Democrat, Republican, anything like that. I have there's things on both sides that I agree with. So I would say I'm in the middle, but people might say maybe a little bit more left leaning. And that doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm going to support you because of the person that I know that you are. And I know that no matter what your policy is, you mean well and you want to do good things for your community. And that's what is missing, is that I wish politicians could both say, hey, I'm not going to trash this guy. I'm just going to tell you what I can do for you.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of been the whole thing as I get out and walk the streets and talk to people in the neighborhoods and stuff. I've come across really only maybe 2 couples have actually asked me, like, which way do you lean?
Right.
And there was one couple that I could tell they weren't feeling me because I think they already knew who I was in a way. Mm-hmm. And when they asked me the question, I was like, I think which way I lean.
Right.
And I said, but honestly, in city politics, I don't think that necessarily matters.
Amen.
Because we're more granular. Like it affects us here, and I don't. It's not a a presidential election or anything like that.
Right.
So we're all, no matter what in our community, we want the best for our community.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out ways, no matter what, because we're all different. Everybody thinks different, everybody acts different, but we all live in the same community. What can we do as a community to work together to get stuff done? And that's honestly, so when I left, I said, well, do you think maybe I can put a sign in your yard? She goes, well, not just yet. But it's not, she said it wasn't a no. So,
that's good. That's good.
But you made a point is, at this level, it's not really like the whole celebrity type thing. Like you don't support somebody because they're famous. You support somebody because of what they are going to do, not
and
they were on a TV show or whatever they were
That's
on.
why I always tell people that's the politics you should get involved in, is your locals. Because say what you will, everything that happens in Washington, D.C., 9 times out of 10, the only thing that's affecting you is them trying to get your passions inflamed so that you'll vote for them. Mm-hmm. There's not a whole lot going on that is going to immediately affect you.
Right.
And so that's why when you told me you were running for city council, I was like, that's the move right there.
Yeah.
So my question is, before we move on to the next topic, like, do you have ambitions of going past that?
Not necessarily. I mean, it would be cool. I think maybe. I mean, Pasadena.
Is that on the wheel?
No.
Is that on what?
I don't
Ambitions of going? I thought I might have put that.
No, I don't think so.
I
Okay.
don't see it.
Yeah, cool.
But-
we can go ahead and talk about it.
When I was a kid, the mayor of Pasadena was John Ray Harrison, and so we would ride our bikes or whatever through this neighborhood to cut through to get to a different place. And if he was outside, he would wave to the kids. Hey, y'all be good. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I remember thinking, man, one day I'm going to be mayor, and I'm going to say, all right, kids, y'all be good. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And so here I am running for city council 30 years later. Like, oh, man, I don't. But would it be neat? Yeah, I think so, because Pasadena is the 2nd largest city in Harris County. Okay. And it's in the top 10 in the state of Texas. So there is so much in Pasadena to offer to so many different people that I don't think that people understand, and I think that we need to find a way to get that out to the people.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a very diverse community too.
it really is. Too many people are moving out to go live somewhere else and then coming back to Pasadena to work because there's so many jobs and things like that here. But we need to figure out a way to keep them here.
Absolutely. Well, before we spin this wheel, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make sure that the camera is still in the good spot because I think you accidentally kicked it.
I got fired up.
I saw it and out of the corner of my eye, I thought it was gonna fall. I got nervous.
See?
Terry can't mess up. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Got the magic.
Well, I was looking down here and I didn't notice that it had moved anything. So
Yeah, he's got the Midas touch.
Yep.
He might have made it better.
maybe soft.
Yeah, he might have made it better. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that wheel one more time, man.
Let's go. Come on.
I might have to manipulate this wheel in a minute.
Education again.
What's next?
How to support campaign.
Let's do that later.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, let's talk about that infrastructure, man, because I drive in Pasadena every day,
Man,
and y'all's roads is jacked up, bro.
because you're probably driving through my neighborhood. You need to drive to the south side where the streets are good.
I was
Okay.
riding my bike through there the other day, and I'm like, oh my god.
Hey,
Yeah, man, you can roll an ankle walking down the street over there.
man, I was so. Me and my son, my 13-year-old, will run through the neighborhood. We'll ride bikes through the neighborhood, things like that. I was right there. The sidewalk was so bad that I had to get in the street. And then this knucklehead of a person, I'm going to be nice, drives by me and my son, and there's plenty of room. He could have went around. He gets right up on me and honks.
Wow.
Like he just had to prove a point.
Just to
Like he
prove
just
a
had
point.
to do that.
He was testing you. That's
Man,
what it was.
people like that drive me.
And that
That might have been a plant from your opponent.
That's what that was.
it was right as I decided to run. I don't even know if I had even put my name, put my name on the ballot yet. And so, I get home and I'm all pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm saying some bad words. And the wife goes, you didn't yell at him, did you? I said, I yelled at him with my middle finger. And she goes, I don't think you should be running for city council. So, and then
Please, we're gonna put that on the poster.
but it really irritated me. And then there was multiple parts about that irritated me because I'm thinking, okay, it's a kind of a busy road, but there was plenty of room to go around.
Right.
And
But the fact that you had to be on the street in the first place
Yeah,
is the
it was-
issue.
Yeah.
and then the street was jacked up, so it was more like it was just accumulation of so many things right there that just really pushed.
Do
me
you have
over
an
the edge.
idea of why that is? Is it just something that's been neglected?
I honestly don't know. I know that since I've been trying to run for city council, I've asked some questions and reached out to some people in the city and things like that. And I know that they are about to spend some money. There's some roads and sidewalks and stuff that they're about to do in our district. Whether I win or lose, some stuff's going to happen already.
Yeah.
But I was told that the city councilman that's not running for re-election this year had voted no on some issues on some streets and sidewalks and stuff in our district in the past,
Right.
and that's kind of held it up. I don't know if that's true or not because you talk to some people and they're going to tell you their
Okay.
side of it. So I don't know, but I think that that's part of the issue, and we'll see.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because you actually mentioned it when we started this subject. You said there's better roads on the south side of town?
It's the newer side of town.
The newer side of
right.
town.
So, I'm on the north side, what they would consider the north of Spencer.
Yeah.
South of Spencer. So kind of like almost like the tracks, I guess, or something.
Right.
But I'm on the bad side of the tracks. From what people when I talk in the city of people,
Right.
they say, "Oh, you're on the south, on the north side." Oh, yeah, I am. Come
What
over
are the-
here.
yeah.
Say it to my face, bro.
What is it about the
North
north side
side.
is it just because it's older?
I
Is
think
it a socio-economic thing?
I would hope that that's not the case because we all pay taxes.
Right.
I've lived in my neighborhood for 16 years. It's a great area. Great. I mean, the people in my neighborhood and the people across the street from me are, man, some of the nicest, best people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
So I hope that that wouldn't be the issue. But the south side is newer, newer neighborhoods.
Right.
Hey, Steven, can you get a little bit closer to the mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
There you go. There's your pocket. You're good.
But
Now it's weird to hear yourself.
Yeah, it is. It sounds so much better over here. But I just think that honestly, if I had to make my guess, I would say that the south side of the town is newer, and that just it's the older side of the neighborhood, and it's just time, or the city, and it's just time to get some things fixed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, I'm like you said, you grew up there, you've seen it, and I want to ask you this too. I don't know if you've come into money. I don't want to say dirty money, but look, let's say you want to infuse some money into this side of town. Somebody brings the checkbook and they say, no, you're gonna put this money over here. Like, how are you plan on fighting? I don't want to say the establishment, but there's probably a reason some things that you believe need to be fixed. There's probably a reason they haven't been fixed.
Well, I personally have not been approached by anybody like that.
Yeah.
Nobody. I won't. I mean, I have been endorsed by a couple of organizations in the city. Pasadena Police Department was a huge shock.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I used to be a knucklehead. So the police back.
So they knew you well.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we know him. We're gonna go ahead and support him.
I actually had an officer whenever we did the little forum for the police officers union. Afterwards, comes up to me. It's like, oh, hey, Mr. Terry, I'm really proud of the way you've turned out. You had quite the reputation back in the day. Thank you, sir.
Your opponent is Googling right now.
Nothing real bad, but just
knucklehead stuff.
I grew up in a pretty rough side of Pasadena, and so down Ritchie is all apartment complexes, and I grew up in the neighborhood across the street. So at least
well,
5
then
times a week was
you
was
growing
a
up, you were familiar with the saying "real recognize real" then, because that's where you come from, and I think people
won't be none.
I believe that people, that is kind of a refreshing thing. I mean, you look at our presidential election in 2016. People were tired of the establishment.
Right.
They wanted somebody fresh and new to come in there. So, and I agree with you. You know, one thing I'm jealous about in Pasadena, like y'all got food trucks and stuff. Man, we've been trying to get that in Deer Park forever. And so I agree with you about maybe getting some fresh faces in there. I'm not endorsing anybody in Deer Park. We're talking about Stephen Terry, but I just want to point that out. Like, there's some legitimacy to what you're saying,
right?
About getting some of those old ideas out and bringing in some new ones,
like Clark's container thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do that in Pasadena, right? You can have
the container stores.
I want a
I know they do
office
food trucks
for my graphic and web design business. If I could have like a building made out of containers, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, and Deer Park, you're not allowed to you have to have a brick and mortar structure if you want to open any type of business.
And I'm not sure about Pasadena, to be honest with you. I don't know if you can office out of a temporary building or something like that, what they would consider temporary. So I don't know.
I believe you can. I don't know. I know they do food trucks.
I know they do food trucks because as soon as you said food trucks, the first thing I thought of was Los Primos.
That's the guy that has the fajita subs.
The fajita hot dogs.
Those suckers are great.
Yes.
Man, I'm hungry.
We'll go get one for this.
For real. I'm trying to remember what I got on that wheel because I have some questions, but I don't want to jump ahead of myself.
We'll spin it and see what happens.
Yeah, let's go ahead and spin
Let's do fate.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, man.
Small business.
Small business.
There it is.
Business. Look
That
at
was
you.
a nice little segue then.
I don't know if I know anything about small business.
No, you're one of, like I said, your family, y'all are some of the most entrepreneurial spirited people I've ever met. So what do you think as city councilman, how are you going to be able to help out small business in Pasadena?
Man, that's a really good question. I really don't know because I want to get more involved with the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce as well, because those guys seem to have their pulse on what's going on in the community and stuff like
There's
that.
some good ladies over there.
So I met them we did a little 2-minute video, and they have a website, for all the candidates and stuff like that. So talking to them through that, actually picked up one of the young ladies over there as a customer. Thank you very much. But,
Already?
Oh yeah.
Always on the job.
Always. But I mean, honestly, I think working with the people in the community, not necessarily. I mean, I don't think that, and I won't know until I get in there. I don't really know what kind of control or power I would have to do that. But I know that we need to find people who want to be in business, and find out ways see how the city or the chamber can help them to be successful, because there's people out there that want to own a business, but there's until you actually do something, you kind of don't realize, like, everybody thinks, oh, I can do that. And then, you go get your DBA, or, you go open that bank account and you make it real. And then there's some imposter syndrome that kind of sets in.
Right.
So there needs to be some people who will help get people over that hump. And I don't think that's necessarily a city councilman or just any one particular entity or I don't even know. I don't think it's one person
Yes.
or one.
Absolutely.
I think
You're going to have to
there's a
work
lot.
well with others.
But Pasadena is a great community. There is a lot of jobs here. There's a lot of money here. It's a great place. If you want to start a business, it's a great place to come and get started.
Yeah. Just talk about that. Talk about your passion for small business. I know we were talking about that a little bit when you first got here.
I believe that my entrepreneurial spirit is pretty much what got me kind of motivated or pushed me to get into running for city council, because in some way you have to think that you can do something a little bit better than the way they're doing it right now.
Right.
So a lot of people start a business, they were either working in that business or maybe had a desire, to run a certain type of business. So they go work there, and then they say, oh, this boss, he's an idiot. I'm going to go do my own thing.
Right.
I thought that too. My boss was an idiot. He was my dad. I love you, Pop. But, you honestly, you nitpick, or you think those 5 or 6 things or whatever that or you think you can do better. And so you take that, and then you go and you start your business. And then you realize, oh, he did it that way for a reason.
Right.
So you kind of have you gotta figure stuff out. And I really believe that for city council, I have that same spirit. I'm gonna go in there, and I truly believe that I can do things better.
Yeah.
Once I get in there, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be things that they're gonna say, oh, you can't do that, But I don't really take no very well, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to tell me why. And so we're going to figure this out, and I am going to do a better job.
Yeah. What you lack in experience, you plan on making up for with initiative.
And honestly, I've already reached out to people from Deer Park City Council. I have a friend of mine that's on LaPorte City Council. So I'm reaching out to people to find out what are some things that, I can look at to do better. What are some things that maybe other people say maybe Pasadena could work on to do a little better. And then I want to come in, and I don't want to think that I know everything.
That's beautiful.
But I do think I can do a better job.
Yeah, and whenever you're in a situation like that, and you think you can do something better, but you don't exactly know how or anything like that, that's when the most innovative things come about. So props to you.
And it's smart to have people around you that know the ins and outs that maybe you don't.
Right.
You surround yourself with good people.
For sure.
And then you still can be, the motivator and the brains behind the operation, but they help you fine tune some things.
Yeah, and just do it your way.
For sure.
you, boo-boo.
For sure. Absolutely. All right, what else is on that wheel? What have we not done yet?
Best childhood memory.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk. That's a good segue. Where's it at?
Right there.
Oh, look at there.
Called it.
Okay, so I would like to you've talked about Stephen Terry, the city councilman, and what you plan to do. Let's talk about Stephen Terry, the person, because that's what people want to know about. Also, let's first of all tell us, you grew up in Pasadena. What's your best childhood memory growing up in Pasadena?
My best childhood memory is maybe not necessarily a single memory, but more of just the broad my childhood. My parents I have awesome parents. I mean, I got my butt kicked a lot,
Yeah,
but I deserved it.
yeah,
And my dad and my mom were there for everything. They never missed a football game. They never missed a soccer game. They never missed anything. And so to me, that was growing up and having a family, getting married, and having kids. I wanted to be able to do the same thing, because when I look back, I really have a fond memory of all that. So
Yeah, that's good.
That's kind of if I had to say, like, my favorite childhood memory is just that we have a really good family.
yeah. And something kept you in Pasadena, man.
It's the tacos.
Oh yeah, LaFonda.
Amen.
LaFonda, was that Richie? That's considered Pasadena, right?
Yeah, that is that. Yeah,
LaFonda's a good place. They're not a sponsor of the Smells Like Middle Age Spirit podcast, but if they want to be, holler at your boy.
I'll stop in.
So, let's talk. So, Steven, like, I see you. We can obviously see we're on camera. You're nice and fit. You look like you just stepped out the gym. What are some of your passions that you like to do other than make lots of money and be an entrepreneur and be an overall badass? So let's talk about some of the things you're into doing.
Oh man, honestly, I like to do a lot of things. I just don't have time.
Right.
You know, I mean, my family. If I'm not working, I'm doing something for my family.
Right.
And so that I would like to fish, you know, but kids got soccer, you know, or it's, you know, it's just always something that, you know, we prioritize our family. Me and my wife have an amazing relationship, and we've already said that right now it's for the kids. When they're gone, it's going to be for us. So, you know, we're
for sure.
We got kind of a dream board. Like, we're already starting to put a plan together, get this little 13-year-old kid out of the house.
Yeah.
Then it's all about mommy and daddy.
For sure. So on your perfect dream vacation or dream getaway, what are you guys doing?
We're going to be naked.
Yep, that's the right
That's
answer.
a given. That's absolutely the right answer.
There we go.
I don't work out for no reason.
Trying to keep wifey at home, huh?
Yeah.
For sure. Well, man, this has been a fun conversation. What else we got on the board? Did we miss anything?
Plan for balance.
Oh, that's a good question. Where's that at?
Oh, and then you still have what can we do to support?
Yes. We'll do both of those. Let's talk. Where's balance at?
Oh, we're almost there, yo. No, right there.
What a lucky spin. Okay.
The magic of editing.
So you're doing all of this stuff. Explain to Pasadena how you can be a father, a husband, a business owner, a city councilman, you know, a workout warrior. Like, what is your plan to balance all of those things? That way you're the best you can possibly be at all of them.
That's got a good support system at home.
Man, I could not do this. I couldn't even think about attempting to think about doing this if it wasn't for Shanda. I'm telling y'all, my wife is without a doubt the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Yeah.
And she always rises to the occasion. With this business and this, you know, like I'm always constantly looking into another business or doing something else, and you know, and we always talk about what she's gonna have to do to make my dreams come true, or that my business or whatever. So she left a job to come basically run my office, and she did it a job. She was making money, and she came to work for me for free. And so I think that you have to have a great support system, somebody who's got your back. And, you know, basically she's my best friend and the best teammate and my best cheering partner, anything. So without that, I couldn't do anything. And that, it all starts right there. And got to get lots of sleep.
Right.
You know, eat your vitamins.
Yeah. You
Say
got to
your
learn
prayers.
to, somebody said something. Actually, our next guest who's coming here next week, I listen to him a lot because he talks about the difficulties of podcasting. And he said, instead of prioritizing your schedule, you schedule your priorities.
Right.
And I thought that hit pretty hard for me because I'm doing this, being a father, being a husband, having a full-time job. Sometimes you're thinking about, I got to do this. Oh, but I got to do this too. And I got to do this too. But what you do is you wipe that slate clean and, okay, what's the biggest priority? Let me do that first.
Right.
And then put it in that order and things will go a whole lot smoother for you. But like they always say, behind every strong man is a very strong woman. So shout out to Shanda. We appreciate you.
Me too.
By keeping this man's head above water. And so let's talk about, I know election is on May 1st. Like I said, when this comes out, it'll be about a week away.
Right.
What can people do with a week to go to support you, support your campaign? And
honestly, what I would like is I would want people to reach out to me on social media. And if you have a question, ask me a question. And if you don't want it to be on public, you can private message me. And I've responded to everybody. I have one guy that asked me a question, and I've been trying to reach him. He gave me his number. He hasn't answered his phone. Nat, I'm coming after you, man. Answer your phone. But anybody who, and then I feel like even if you don't like what I say, I'm gonna be honest, and I think that you'll get that, and then just support me by voting for me, and have your family and friends get out there and vote for me, because the new blood that I'm gonna be bringing into this is. It's just going to be, I'm going to be a tornado in there.
And where can folks go and vote for you?
So right now, the early voting is, I don't even know what it's called, but the courthouse right there on Spencer, John Phelps.
Spencer?
Nope, that's Kyle Chapman.
Kyle
Chapman.
And then
Phelps is the other one.
Yeah. There's even a drive-through one at 720 Fairmont. You can drive through and vote for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
nice.
pretty cool. So
it's cool.
That's the 3 early voting places, and then when on election day, May 1st, you can go to Deepwater Junior High, Red Bluff Elementary, and there's one more. Can't remember. Dang it.
Are you allowed to put signs in Deer Park?
Man, I think if I was running Deer Park, I'd win with a land.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
People were just reaching out, private messages. Come put one in my yard. I was like, you're in Deer Park.
Yeah, man. But you have our support, man. We're extremely excited about it, and we're gonna do our best to try to get the word out there.
This is honestly, it's really, it's so funny. I had a guy come up to me and goes, "Hey, man, I've been listening to your podcast." Like, my podcast? Yeah, my podcast.
Yeah.
So this, honestly, I think you have a lot more reach than what you think you do.
Yeah.
And it's just this being here is an honor to me and a privilege, and I really appreciate y'all having me. Let me at least have a chance to talk about myself and what I try to do here, and just vote and tell everybody to vote for me.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're gonna share our special ad that we've now approved. The message.
Man, I love it. I love puppies.
No, man, we wanted to take a little bit of a comedic view on it. I love your positivity, your attitude towards it. Like you said, you and your opponent, you decided we're not going to be negative about it. Your energy, man, you get me pumped up every time I talk to you. You're just a hell of a good dude. You're a hell of a pest exterminator. Like you got the whole package, man. And I'm jealous of how that shirt is fitting on you. You train? Do you have a personal? You don't have a personal trainer. I'm assuming you.
No, yeah, I was a personal trainer when I was like 19. And so I kind of know a thing or two about it. But honestly, calories in, calories out, cardio, and weights.
I've been thinking about bringing somebody in here to do a weight loss challenge with us.
Man,
you probably have too much on your plate.
No,
man.
I'll do it. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah. We'll probably have to show up to your city council office and do some squats
Y'all
or
are
something.
gonna make me put in work.
You were probably.
I lost 60 pounds after my daughter was born. And
That's what I'm saying.
Gained back, but I can do it.
My money would be on you to beat us. Like, to be honest with you,
I like food too.
Guys lose
Me
weight
too.
faster than women do.
Khan loses weight super fast.
I lost 50 pounds and
Khan doesn't also eat.
And slowly.
That's true. He
gained
didn't
all
eat
that.
for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's very true.
And you stopped drinking. That helped.
That helps a lot.
Stop drinking. Like no alcohol. You drop weight so much faster.
I don't think I can do that.
No.
So much faster.
So
Oh
to
my
be in the
God.
shape that you're in, do you still get to drink a little bit?
Man, so I'm Baptist. I go to a Baptist church and then I'm Catholic every other day. So
Right.
I don't really. I do every once in a while, but it's not anything that I can go into
You'll
a
just
party
partake once in a while.
and everybody can be drinking. I don't have to.
Right.
It's not something, if I feel like having a drink to relax and,
That's the key.
lube up, get the wife ready.
Get that beer bottle off the table over there.
Yeah. Oh.
We got beer bottles everywhere.
Oh, man. It's I don't know. It's not important. I don't know.
It's a good. Hey man, it's probably kept you out of a lot of trouble too.
It got me in a lot of trouble back in the day. So I think that's probably why I got PTSD.
So different chapters.
A fucking man.
I'm in a drinking chapter right now, and what? I'm okay with that. And
Yeah,
one day it'll probably go away.
When we all got together for our first podcast meeting, like Naomi was ready to turn up. She brought her own cooler and everything. I was like, God damn.
I remember the episode where you did the small business challenge.
Yeah.
And the whole time was like, oh man, it's freaking margaritas from El Toro. And I was like, man, is he going to call me? And then the phone rang. I was like, oh, thank God he called me. And then he's all slurring.
Yeah, man.
At least they remembered you when you called.
Yeah.
People don't forget, Nick. I was on that phone call for like 3 minutes.
You could have spoken up at any time.
I did. Spoken up. If you go back and listen, I was speaking up, but y'all were such in a deep conversation. It was.
Let me tell you, when me and my brother get on the mic, you're gonna have a hard time getting in a word edgewise.
And the great break is he still on? Is he still on the phone? Yeah, he's still on there.
It was Clark.
Hey, Josh.
Right?
No, it was my brother who noticed.
Brother. Yeah.
Oh man, but Steven, man, we appreciate your support of this show, man. I think it's a really cool story. You told me when you first started listening to us, you didn't even realize that we were here.
Correct.
In Deer Park. Like, I know you like to listen to podcasts, and so you were just going through some new stuff, and you happened to find us. It was what, like 2-3 episodes in when you realized, like, I think these dudes are here.
You said something about, I think y'all were doing a clothes drive or jacket drive.
Yeah.
And y'all were going to meet at Dow Park, and I'm like, Dow Park?
Yeah.
I think that's in Deer Park.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
That was like the second or third episode.
That's when I started looking y'all up on social media and like, oh crap, they're like right down the street and stuff like that.
Sure.
So it was pretty neat because for the first 2 or 3 I listened to y'all's episodes. I think if I remember correctly, y'all were the second or third episode when I found y'all, and I would listen to y'all in the morning. So y'all for a while.
Your Monday morning routine.
Yeah, my Monday morning routine. Get up, get out there, start going, exterminate my restaurants, and then y'all pop in my earbuds.
That's what's up.
Hell
yeah. And I'm gonna give Chris Clark some shit for not being here by the time you finally came on the show. And you make sure you give him some shit too.
I will.
No, man, but we appreciate the support so much, man. And one of the things that I've loved about being in this community is the support, especially among the entrepreneurs in the community, of each other, man. And I'll tell people any time of day, Stephen Terry's just a good dude, man. You bailed me out, or you bailed my daughter out, really, when she at the last minute, she had to turn in an assignment. She needed to take a picture in front of a small business where she had hung her poster for spring show. And this dude showed up on a Sunday. I'm pretty sure you weren't really going to the office. You just kind of made an excuse to go up there.
I think I was.
Were you?
Yeah, I think I was.
You told me you were going to the office to send an email. I'm like, what?
No, I was, because my...
that was a little suspect.
No.
That's a little sus, for sure.
Sus.
No, but I was appreciative that you did it anyway.
Well, that's because it's like from the get-go, what I told you earlier, it's all about family. If you're doing something for family and you need help, and you need anything, you better call
Especially our little girls. You want to tell them what you said if it was... You remember what you said? You said, if it's my girl, I'll do anything.
Oh, for sure. The boys, forget them, man. My princess, Emma.
Oh, man. But no, like I said, the support you've given us is amazing, man. And we thank you for being a sponsor. We thank you for your listening, and you're always sharing our stuff. And we're going to do our best to get the word out there, man. Get you elected.
Appreciate it.
Next time you come on, you'll be City Councilman Stephen Terry.
Boom.
That's what's up. Let's give away some money, man. We forgot to do that earlier.
Caller number 6.
It's okay. Yes. Oh man, on the second week we got enough participation. We could have gone higher. We could have gone 1 through 10 because we got a lot of phone calls that day.
Of course you would.
But guys, let's give away some money. Nobody won last week, so we're giving away $200 now. So I hope you guys are listening. I hope you guys are watching. We're giving away $200 courtesy of my buddy Larry Showalter. That's your buddy too, huh?
Oh man, Larry's a good dude.
Let me tell you, he's a great guy. And what I tell people is L&M Roofing. I know they're gonna put a quality roof on your house. I know they're gonna give you a fair price. But the reason I sell people on L&M Roofing is because of Larry Showalter. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. And I tell people this all the time. More people know him than know the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. For now. We're coming for you, baby. For now, more people in the area probably know about him than us, but he invests in the community. He invests in people. He's a great guy. But if you need a roof on your house, you guys make sure you call 713-534-2996. And our prayers are with you, Larry. He's recovering from surgery right now. He just got cancer removed from his prostate. And I've talked to him just yesterday. He said he's still in a little bit of pain. And it's been tough. Yeah. He's a tough guy though, man. So he'll be at Ken's in no time, I'm sure. But let's use the code word Election Day.
Ooh.
let's use the code word election day. If you give me a number between 1 and, let's do 1 and 10. Let's do 1 and 10. Go ahead, Steven.
6.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. If you are the 6th caller to call 832-835-3141 with the code word election day, then we are going to give you a $200 Visa gift card. Okay? $200. We're talking about, you can do some things with $200 now. So you guys make the phone call 832-835-3141.
You know what they can do with $200?
What can you do with $200?
They can go to the spirit store.
They could. Go to the Spirit Swag store. If you
I was
use
gonna say a tattoo.
Or they
Or a smells like middle-aged spirit.
Or they get their back
tattoo. Smells like middle-aged. Okay.
Oh.
Nick said he was gonna get one if anybody else
You have
did.
any blank canvas
I
left?
got lots of blank space left.
Okay.
Let's do this.
You go first, and I'll get one.
They could donate it to me too, and I'll get more tattoos.
Hey, you never. Oh yeah, Chris has some blank space too.
He does.
He dodged getting that wiener tattoo that he almost on his weight loss challenge.
We gonna get whoever wins the weight loss challenge
Has to get it.
or
Whoever loses has to get a tattoo.
Yeah, but I want it.
So you'll lose on purpose.
That's like Impractical
That's a
Jokers.
win-win.
Have you seen that they got the tattoos done
I
because they
love
lost?
Impractical
And they got
Jokers.
one of them got Jaden Smith on his thigh. and the other guy is just freaking dying. He's like, "Why would you do it? Because it's funny. That's why you got it."
That's beautiful. Maybe we'll have to. We got to find a personal trainer first. We'll see if Steven's gonna hop in here and whip us into shape, or if it's gonna be
there's a
somebody
lot
else.
of good ones around here. I mean,
We've been trying to get Desiree Thibodeau on this show for 3 seasons now, and the second time she didn't come, that was kind of on us. But I don't know. We'll reach out to her. We'll see what happens. What's the deal? Do you know somebody that I'm not thinking of?
I'm not. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I know some people in the League City area.
Okay, I don't want to go that far.
Yeah, it's too
I'm
far.
too lazy.
do you know
for that.
anybody in Pasadena?
Yeah, anybody in Pasadena?
I do.
Do you?
There you
Okay.
go.
Pass it down,
We'll,
Dina.
we'll have to talk about it then. We'll have
If
to
we
talk
do
about it
that,
then.
we got to do an actual contract. So if you do lose, you have to get the tattoo and not none of this. No,
If-
I don't really want to
if
do
you
a
lose,
tattoo.
The
If you-
tattoo's a
time out.
fun idea until it's actually time to get the
Exactly.
tattoo. Because I almost got a Dick Vader on my leg.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
you always gotta- but here's the deal: if that's the
Dick
incentive,
Vader, that's
if-
awesome.
If that's the incentive, I'm winning. I'm not getting a fucking tattoo. Like
Let's do it then.
I will throw up every meal. I don't give a fuck. I will throw up every meal.
You don't have any tattoos?
I have 0. My canvas is blank.
Oh God, y'all, he's a tattoo virgin. Let's do
I'm like a
this.
rebel because you used to get tattoos because you were the rebel. Now everybody has them, and you're more of a
I
rebel
didn't get
if you don't
tattoos
have
because they
one.
were rebels. That's like tattoos.
Yeah,
I got tattoos because I'm an artist.
Do you have tattoos,
There you
Steven?
Can I
Oh.
plead the 5th?
Oh,
You got any jail tats?
You got one on your butt cheek?
No.
My husband's got one on his butt cheek.
I do too.
You do?
I do.
What do you have? What do you have?
Is it a
Let's
Dick
hear
Vader?
No.
Uh-oh.
There is, his name is.
It's your name here.
Hey
Yeah.
man,
His name? Did you start that sentence off with
just go ahead and drop
his
trial,
name
bro.
His
We're on the
name
internet. Go ahead and
is-
drop trial,
Go
bro.
ahead and do it.
It's Gunther Pleasure Man. It's just his
Who?
face.
What?
Gunther
Oh, you got to
Pleasure
show
Man?
us now.
All right.
I don't know. Hey man, this is YouTube, bro. I'm gonna have to blur this shit out.
Make sure it's on the camera because we can't see it.
I'm scared. I'm
What
scared.
in the world is going on over there?
What mama don't know won't hurt her.
Oh man.
Was that on camera? YouTube will make me blur that shit out. That's funny though.
For real?
That's a beauty. Yes, they will. But YouTube gotten strict, man.
Man, the crap they let you slide
I saw
on.
an ass on YouTube today.
Did you like you
What
can't
were you
even
looking up to
You
see
can't even
ass on
twerk on
YouTube
YouTube
today?
anymore.
Like a
Like they
donkey?
won't
It was
allow
hot girls. I don't know.
they don't allow twerk videos on YouTube anymore.
Really? They have WAP on there. That's a 3-minute video.
Exactly.
It literally came
Exactly.
on my daughter's restricted YouTube channel. She happened to be outside. I was putting up laundry, and I'm like, "The fuck
There's
did
some
the
whores
TV
in
just
this
say?"
house.
For
There's some
real?
whores.
You
I
start
was
dancing and you're like,
like,
wait, time out.
That's crazy.
Seriously, not cool,
That's crazy.
YouTube.
Well, I really enjoyed the conversation. I want to get an ad from my buddy Brian Wells of Myriad Mobile before we get into our specialty segment. Maestro, please. Hey guys, it's Nick Stevenson again, here to tell you about my friend Brian Wells and his mobile welding and mobile mechanic service, Myriad Mobile. Brian has been welding for over 20 years, and he will let his work speak for itself. Welding repairs, whether they're industrial or residential, wrought iron fencing, he can repair that old rusty fence and repaint it, or he'll even build you a new one. Oh, and in case you missed it, that's right. I also said that Brian offers mobile mechanic services. You need a part changed, your brakes or your oil change? Why not do it from the comfort of your own home? Myriad Mobile will come to you. So whether it's an industrial or residential welding repair, or you need a new fence, or you don't want to drive or have your car towed to the mechanic shop, then call my friend Brian Wells at Myriad Mobile. The number to call is 713-538-6938. That's 713-538-6938. Myriad Mobile, welding and car repair. Tell them that Nick from the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast sent you. Alrighty. You guys give Brian Wells at Myriad Mobile a call for any of your welding, car or motorcycle.
Yeah, like
welding
motorcycle
needs.
exhaust.
Yeah, man, give him a call. And if you don't want to take your car to the shop, have him come to your house and hook you up.
Boom.
So, Brian is actually, he sponsors our specialty segment. His wife is our good friend, Keisha Lot Wells. You remember Poet Lady Key from episode 13?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
How could you forget?
I wanted her. She was one of the people who was vying to be in Naomi's spot. Unfortunately, she lives in Missouri City. It wasn't going to work out for her coming down here once a week. But I wanted her to be a part of the show, guys, because we live in Deer Park. We know the demographics. I wanted to add some diversity and maybe get some things out there that people hadn't heard before. So Keisha came in and she laid down all of her tracks in like an hour. She's amazing. Like, she just came in, laid everything down. I did a brief interview with her before she did that, and I want you guys to hear it, and she'll give you an idea of what this whole spit talking with Poet Lady Key is going to be about. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Nick Stevenson, the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. I am coming to you from Studio A in Deer Park, Texas, and I got a good friend of mine with me, Keisha Lot Wells, a.k.a. Poet Lady Key. What's going on?
Nothing much. How we doing?
I'm doing great. It's good for you to be here. It's been in the works for a little bit, but I know you're a busy woman, so I can't tell you again and enough how much I appreciate you coming and doing this. So the reason you're here is because we're gonna have a special segment that we're gonna be doing monthly. I told Chris when we were trying to expand our audience, I said we gotta have Keisha be a part of this thing somehow, some way. And we were really excited when you said you were interested in being the female host, because I was like, man, that's going to bring so much to this show. Number one, I'm looking to add some diversity to the show. I live in Deer Park, Texas. You drove around. You see the demographics that we're in. Not that there's anything wrong. Since I moved here, I've been trying to put my finger on really why that is, and I haven't really been able to. But I see it as an opportunity by doing this podcast and me having a diverse background. Maybe I can help some people see some things and understand some things that they wouldn't have otherwise.
Right.
And that's the reason I wanted to bring you in and be a part of this thing in some way. And your gift with your spoken word and your poetry is so powerful. When you did it, everybody was blown away. But Chris, man, he was just sitting there with his jaw wide open. And I said, we have to have her be a part of this thing somehow. So we're going to do a segment every month called Spit Talking with Poet Lady Key. Before we get down to it, man, I just want to know what you've been up to. I know it's been over a year now, almost a year now, since you was in the studio with us before. So what's been going on with you?
Nothing much. Started a new career path. I'm teaching now, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
That just seems like your natural place. Like, that's what you should be
with them
doing to me.
Yeah, I love it. I enjoy it. When we was on this little mini break,
Right.
I miss my kids.
Yeah.
Like, I miss their presence because I take it seriously, not just teaching them about phonics and academics, just social, emotional growth.
Absolutely.
Just connecting with them and letting them know that I really, 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 really love them.
Yeah.
So I miss them a lot. So that's my new journey right now, and I am enjoying it.
That seems so fitting when I think of you, I think teacher. Even when we was working at McDonald's, you was a teacher. And we worked with a bunch of kids and they got on our nerves, but we really didn't know what they were dealing with at their home. I know that for them, you were almost like a parent figure to them. They had so much respect for you. I mean, they called you Miss Keisha. Nobody's going to call you anything but Miss Keisha. And, in the moment, me being the impatient person that I was at the age of, 24, 25, they was just always on my nerves. But when I go back and I think, like, there's no telling what those kids were going through at home.
Exactly.
And a lot of them was at work working, not because they just wanted some play around money. A lot of them was there working because they was having to help
Exactly.
in the house. You know, they
Exactly.
were having responsibilities at such a young age. So yeah, when I think of you though, I just think teacher. So
Well, I appreciate it.
I wasn't surprised at all when I found out that that's what you were doing. So what age group are you teaching?
I'm actually teaching 4th grade.
4th grade.
And it's very interesting. I used to say I wanted to teach teenagers.
Uh-huh.
And McDonald's also assisted with that because, as you stated, a lot of them kids didn't have any help.
Right.
Like, I remember kids coming to interviews with T-shirts and
Yeah.
jeans as rips. And
Yeah.
I would tell them, you need to go back home, change your clothes.
Right.
And tell them what to wear. And if they came back, I gave them a job.
Right.
Because they didn't know, you know.
Exactly.
So I've always thought I'd be with teenagers, but life has changed where a very wise man, my husband, told me, get them while they're younger.
Yes.
And he was right.
Absolutely.
He was right. Get them while they're younger. And so I
Yeah.
teach 4th grade, and I love it.
Yeah, I think about the teacher who had the biggest influence on me when I was a bad little kid at going to Lamarck ISD. Her name was Miss Bell. Now she was old school, and what's crazy is Miss Bell. She went to high school with my Mimi, and the principal.
So she was
also,
already family.
Yeah, so they knew who I was,
Exactly.
man. But Miss Bell didn't play, man. I mean, she was old school, like. She remind me of you if you was like 50 or 60. Like she didn't have no problem getting in your face. And this was back in the day when they could whoop you at school. Like,
Right. I got my share.
yeah. But man, and there were so many kids who were like, man, I can't stand Miss Bell. She's mean. But like I had so much respect for her because you know what she would do though? Is she'd tear you down, but she would also build you back up.
Exactly.
Every morning, I'll never forget this. Every morning, she would have us recite Jesse Jackson's I Am poem.
That's
or
amazing.
I Am speech. We would get up before we did anything. Right after they did the Pledge of Allegiance, she would have us recite the I Am speech from Jesse Jackson.
That's
I
amazing.
am somebody. I am, and empower you at the beginning of the day. And then you had no choice but to try to be a beast for the rest of the day because you
Exactly.
just got done hyping yourself up.
Exactly.
And if you acted up, she was going to let you know about it. But
Exactly.
man, the role of a teacher is so important. And I applaud every one of you. Every time my little son, when, he's been doing good, by the way. He was in the office a lot in the last couple of years, but he's been doing very well. But every time I would go to that school, I look at his principal in the face and say, more power to you. I give
Yes.
you all the respect in the world because it could not be me. I know it couldn't be me. And I just have so much respect for that. And like I said, that just seems like your natural space. So what's going on with Dynamic Lyrics right now? Is that on pause? Like, I know
Yes.
COVID has
Messed up everything.
probably been devastating to that.
It was,
So-
but that was also my laziness as far as going from doing shows to now you can't do anything.
Right,
So I put that on the back burner and focused on teaching.
right.
Because especially with it being my first year, I want to be successful at it.
Absolutely.
It's things you got to learn. And so I put it on the back burner. However, my mind has been turning that it's time to get back involved. One way, even if it's a little bit at a time, I need to get back involved.
Yeah. Well, I hope this is going to be a little bit of a reminder for you of what
it
it feels
is.
like to hop on the microphone and spit for us. So look, I'm looking forward to it. I told you this when we were looking for people to join the show. I said, whether you're going to be on the show every day or not, you are a part of the squad. You are a part of the show. You are in the fabric of it. And I appreciate so much you coming to help us out with this. And I'm so glad that we're going to be able to share your gift with our audience. And the studio, you can come in anytime. You let us know. You call me.
I got
and
you.
I don't care. I'm going to scratch whoever's on the list off.
I believe you.
Because Poet Lady Key's coming in. All right. So thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to it.
Listen up.
Now listen up.
It's about to get real. Here's Spit Talking with Poet Lady Key.
Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Poet Lady Key. Now, this poem here is actually my favorite poem and my baby because this poem came from a very broken place. I was single. It was me, my babies, and we were doing our thing. But I'm not going to lie and say that it was easy. And there was a time when things got extremely, extremely hard for me. And this poem came in my spirit, and I wrote it, and it's been my signature and my stance ever since. Lord, you came and seen about me. Lord, you came and he rescued me. I messed around and got married to the man of my dreams. I messed around and got married to all my people up in here. I messed around and got married. Isn't you glad for you, dear? If not, then let me explain. As I stand here and I contemplate, the words almost can't articulate. My mind gone, can't concentrate. As I reflect on the night before, my husband said, come in, girl, close the door. I got on my knees, yeah, right there on the floor. Oh, how he loved on me. His caress was so real. I was hurting on the inside, but he did his thing. The pain he killed. He built me up where I was broken. He built me up where I was down. The weight of the world, my husband lifted. My husband said, look, girl, you have no reason to be insecure. Why? Physically, there's nothing wrong with me. And I decree to anyone up in here who may have been broken because of the evilness another person has spoken, that you're whole again. And I can do it for you because he did it for me, because he's my friend. I began to realize the man I had as my husband listens to me whine. My husband listens to me nag. My husband hears me when I cry. My husband answers when I ask him why. My husband is so patient with me. He wipes every tear from my eye. Man, I hate to boast, but my husband is better than most. He never lies, cheats, abuse. He satisfies my heart he'll never use. My heart he'll never use. Listen, my husband is the baddest. My husband has the most game. My husband is above them all, and everybody up in here knows his name. My husband is everywhere, and even with you, him I share. Really? Now what woman would share her husband with anyone? You see, my husband is not ordinary. He died and gave his son. My husband is supernatural. My husband is all powerful. My husband is so faithful. My husband is so loyal. My husband had to heal me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. My husband had to show me true love, so now I love me. And before he allowed me to submit to my man, he first required that he become my true husband. So if you single spiritually, my husband off an engagement, he wants to marry thee. And don't worry, I'm not jealous. I want him to do to you what he did to me. My husband is Jesus Christ, and on his love do I stand. Now do you get why I have the best husband of men? My husband.
Alrighty. That was Spit Talking with Poet Lady Key. I'm so thankful that she's going to be a part of the show, and these specialty segments will be rotating through them. So we'll probably hear from her once a month. She laid down like 5 or 6 tracks, man.
She's
and like
beautiful.
I said,
That
absolutely beautiful.
That turn, I was listening to. I was like, okay, that first part, not gonna lie, Dirty Mind set in. I was like,
right,
okay, all right, where are we going with this? And then it was like that turn part. I was like,
that's the art, man, because she got you. She got you. You went from Satan's shoes to Jesus shoes real quick.
Got hair on your shoulder,
dude. I was like, I've heard her stuff before, and I was like, what is this? And then that was good. Yeah. I got chills. That's good.
So no, I'm really appreciative that she's doing this, and she told me that, you know, she felt like one day her poetry was going to get out somehow when she wasn't present. And then all of a sudden this opportunity came up. So, you know, I'm one of those people, I tell people, I'm very honest about this. There are times I struggle and I question God and I fight with him. And then every time I do that, something happens that makes me say, he's got to be there. Like, there can't just be nothing there.
100%.
You know, so I appreciate her being a part of this. Like I said, she's in the fabric of the show. And we'll hear from her again in the future. So I had a really good time, Steven.
Man. Yeah, I honestly was super nervous coming in here.
You didn't show it though.
I didn't know.
I like your poise. That's another thing that a city councilman has to have.
Not knowing what to expect, like are you gonna legalize weed or something?
No, but are you?
Well, now that you brought it up, I was gonna let you get away without it.
You brought it up that time.
Well, I will be happy to tell you that I do not have that kind of power.
Okay. That's all you got to say.
Thank God.
Darn.
That's all you got to say. But no, we appreciate you so much, man. Like I said again, thank you
Man,
for the
thank
support.
you for having me very much. I really appreciate it.
This won't be the last time.
I
assure
hope not.
you that.
Nope.
Next
Yeah.
time I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna.
This is your studio, bro.
Yeah, I own this
Steven
place.
Terry Pass Elimination
He
Studio.
owns this part of the house. That's what he got.
If it's scary,
Call
call
Steven
Steven
Terry.
Terry.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But thank you so much. I want to thank you. I want to thank all of our sponsors for all the support that they give us. Like I said, everybody who trusts us to put their business name. I mean, you're a business owner. You know that you're putting your life out there. That's your livelihood.
I'm trying
And
to
so
think of another business I can open just so I can sponsor y'all.
the whole show's gonna be Steven Terry. Steven Terry Pest Elimination. Steven Terry's Tacos.
Stephen Terry, councilman.
Everything Steven Terry.
Let's do
Look
it.
out Urban Soap Bar. Look out Larry L&M Roofing. Like
This
Steven
is
Terry
the Smells Like Stephen Terry
trying to get-
podcast.
Richardson Design Works will remain a sponsor. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Yeah, don't let him get a realtor's license,
No.
Josh.
No, I'll have to fight you for that one.
Oh, no, you're a big dude.
Got to fight for that one.
But thank you everybody so much, and thank you to our listeners, guys. If you're not following us on social media, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a TikTok yet because we're not cool like that, but maybe we'll
Oh, we're
see.
gonna get one
Keeping that
now.
middle-aged
coming.
spirit alive.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're supposed to be middle aged, man. We're probably supposed to bring MySpace back before we use TikTok.
Did you? There was a post that went around that was like, "I wonder what happened to my Facebook." I mean, to my
My
MySpace.
MySpace, it's still
And
there.
someone was like, "Yeah, all you got to do is go to myspace.com/whatever your original name was, and all of your bad decisions are laid out."
I have no idea what my name
that was
was.
terrifying.
Yeah, I've done
Whatever,
it.
I
do you-
can't remember
whatever
mine
you
either. I
named,
tried. I
whatever
can't
you
remember
named
mine.
your profile when you first started.
I was probably Mustang Doll 18.
Try it.
Y'all go check it out.
For
Hey,
some
is that
reason,
your Instagram thing that you have?
What Instagram thing?
The never mind.
You know what Mustang Doll?
Is that the one with all the?
Oh, my pinup stuff.
Yes.
That's Vandal.
Oh,
Vandal.
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 Yeah, Vandal.
Everybody's
I hear
Googling
the clicks already.
The Instagram is about to crash.
You're about to get about a.
I found that one on accident one time.
We're about to get some
Yeah.
smells like
Right.
middle-aged theater material real quick.
There we go.
Drop the mic.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even checked those DMs. I'm not going to either.
See,
let's
that
do
would
it.
be a good
That
one
is
to
a
put on
treasure
y'all's little
all right.
thing that y'all
You
did
know
last
what?
week.
I got a lot
Yeah,
of
this smells
pictures
like
I
middle-aged
can-
theater.
Why don't
I
you
got
check
a
it
lot
right
of
now and see if
pictures.
there's one in there?
Shoot.
Just
no.
I
for
think-
shits and giggles.
Hey, real quick. Yeah, see, well, you got a DM?
Let me see here.
Real quick.
Real quick,
0 to 100.
I don't even know.
working that middle age speed
not
right
on,
there.
It's not on here anymore. It's my dog. It's my design stuff. I've got to relog
Loaded.
on.
Wow.
All
I
right,
got
well,
some,
to
like,
be
DIY
continued.
pest and lawn.
To be
on here.
continued.
Yeah, baby. All the way to Ireland, baby.
To be continued. Are there creepy guys in Naomi's DMs? Find out next week on the Smells Like Middle Age Spirit podcast. No, but thank you so much again, Steven.
Sir, thank you.
Appreciate you being here. And for my man behind the ones and twos, Chris Kahn. Love you, baby. The best producers in podcasting. For my buddy Josh and my guest Steven Terry. My name's Nick Stevenson.
And I'm Naomi Richardson, and we will catch you next time.
You've been listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. For more show content, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to visit SpiritSwagStore.com for everything you need to rep your favorite podcast in style.